One of the mistakes that I see a lot of players make when they have to play a bunker shot is not choosing enough loft or not using the loft on their clubs correctly. My favorite club to use in a greenside bunker is my lob wedge because my lob wedge has the highest loft in the bag and it also has the most amount of bounce. Now when you've selected your highest loft wedge, remember to also open up that club face. Opening up that club face has two advantages. First, it increases the loft on the club face even more, which will help you get that ball out of the bunker, which is your primary job. The ball needs to get out. But it also increases the bounce, or you'll use the bounce on the sole of the club a lot more. And that bounce is going to make sure that when your club enters the sand, that it's also going to kick out. So open up the club face, increase the loft, increase the bounce, and just let it enter the sand, and the club will do the rest and take it out. Remember that when you open up that club face, you also have to reposition your hands on the grip. A lot of players make the mistake of opening up that club face without re-gripping the club. But what happens on impact, those hands will be in their regular position, but so will the club face. So when you open up that club face, re-grip the club, and don't be afraid to really lay open that club face, because loft is your friend. Another mistake that I see players make has to do with their ball position. They position the ball in the middle of their stance, or sometimes even at their back foot. But in the bunker, we want to make sure that we hit the sand first, and that is why I would like the ball position to be on the inside of your front foot. That way, I am sure that my low point is behind the ball, so I can enter the sand with my club and let the sand carry the ball onto the green. And that brings me to the next thing that I see a lot of players do, is that they hang back on their back foot trying to help that ball into the air because they know they want to get it flying. They try to help that ball up and scoop it. But most often, that will only cause you to thin the ball, and you just thin it right into the front edge of the bunker. Make sure to get the ball on the inside of your front foot and put 65% of your weight on your front leg and keep it there. That way, I know that you can't be holding back. Your low point is going to be behind the ball, and you're going to hit that sand and the ball onto the green. The next thing that we don't want to do in the bunker is have a lot of forward shaft lean. It's not a normal iron shot. It's not a chip. It's not a pitch. We want to retain the loft on that club face, and we can't do that if we push our hands forward. So try to have your hands at the ball, or maybe even behind the ball. That way, you'll leave yourself with enough loft to get the ball up. When playing a ball from the bunker, we actually don't want to be hitting the ball. We want to hit the sand that's underneath the ball. I want my club to enter the sand at least 2 inches in front of my ball and exit the sand at least 2 inches behind. And what I want to be playing is this cup of sand. I want this cup of sand to carry the ball onto the green. So don't focus on this ball, focus on the sand. Before we continue with the next 2 killer mistakes that people make in the bunker, we would really appreciate it if you could leave us a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a ton. Now, I'm going to be playing this bunker shot and give you guys a couple of seconds to find those buttons, all right? Now I hope you found those buttons and hit them just as hard as I hit that cup. This next killer bunker mistake is all about the mental aspect. You have to manage your expectations. If you're faced with a greenside bunker shot like this, your first job is to just get that ball out. If your name is not Phil Mickelson, and I guess that's the rest of the world, a bunker shot is not a chance to hole out. So manage your expectations. Don't try to be a magician and get it that close to the pin if you're faced with a difficult shot. If you're right behind a high lip of the bunker and that's right in your line to the flag, take the easy option. See where you can get the ball out more easily. So if we take the low side and I can still get it on the green, at least I'm putting. So manage your expectations. Just get the ball out. That's the only thing you have to do. Finally, the last killer bunker mistake that I see players make is that they never practice bunker shots. How can you expect to score well out of a bunker if you never practice from the sand? Trust me, if you practice your bunker play often, you will lose your fear of bunkers and you won't even find yourself in one as often. If you're on the tee and you know that you're going to get it out of that bunker if you hit it in, probably you're not going to be focused on that fairway bunker or that greenside bunker anymore, and you're just going to hit a better shot, not even landing in the bunker. If you want to practice your bunker play more often, why don't you start off with this drill the next time you go to the driving range? Now this is the coach signing off. I'll see you in the next one.